Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So today's video is a product review. I was sent this product a couple of days ago. I've been doing some testing. This here is the Grecell, G-R-E-C-E-L-L. This is a small portable power station. You can charge it up with your vehicle, wall outlet, or solar. I'm going to go ahead and do a review on this thing. One of the things I want to discuss though, with our business, our Survival Living LLC, we are actually reaching out to our community so we can actually provide hurricane disaster relief. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of these smaller solar generators on my channel, because we're going to be able to use these things to hand out to people in need. Now, this thing here is 330 watts. 288 watt hours. Watt hours is the storage capacity of this. And now when you're trying to figure out what you're going to run with this stuff, I always say get a kilowatt meter, plug in your appliance, and amp out and watt out what it is you need to use. Now this one here, guys, we're going to do a real quick unbox and kind of show you what everything is. Of course, it comes with all this electrical and everything else. As far as the package got kind of mangled up, that was from UPS delivery. Thankfully, they actually packaged this up very nicely and it was not damaged, but the box on the other hand did get scrunched up. So we're going to set that over there, guys. Got the instruction manual here. Yeah, lightweight, really is. Small unit, correct? See if I can get you a better shot here. Small unit. Well, I did some testing, and what this is really designed for, guys, according to their site and everything, and their charging abilities and stuff. Laptop, TV, CPAP without heat humidifier. This is something I wanted to really look into. A CPAP machine. A lot of people down here in Florida are on CPAP machines because of their health. During a hurricane, the power is gone. Having the availability to run a CPAP machine, very crucial. GoPro, floodlights, mini fridge. We're going to be doing some testing with our mini fridge. We'll test ours out, see what it can do, because medication. All right, looking to keep medication cool as far as insulin. Yeah, drone, smartphone. Yeah, being able to charge your smartphone in case services do come through. You know, good idea. And I guess that's a Nintendo Switch. So what we've done, we've took a box fan. All right, I wanted to figure out what I'm going to look for as far as when I start dropping these things off to victims of a hurricane disaster. What are they able to do? All right, so a box fan, of course, medical equipment, a mini fridge. So we got our electrical right here. This power brick plugs into the wall. This cord right here plugs into the power brick, plugs into the wall, and then plugs into the solar generator right here. Goes right up top. All right. Now, when I was charging this thing up, I couldn't figure out why it was only letting me charge up to like 51 watts. Well, on the back of this thing, the output is only 60 watts. So it takes a while to charge up the system. When it gave me the readout of what the charge was, I'm like, something ain't right here. And then I actually did a little investigating. It's a 60 watt charger. So it was charging at 51 watts. Comes with a cigarette lighter adapter. Pretty self-explanatory on those. Easy to put in. Actually, that's going to go inside your vehicle. And this is going to be plugged in here to charge with. But if you have DC appliances that have that, it'll plug up. Next up, we have MC4 connectors. This here goes to solar, all right, and then it will be plugged in the exact same spot as our solar. So we're going to show you some testing on that. I have solar panels, of course I do, and we're going to do some testing. Now, I charged this thing up last night after I got done doing all my tests and everything. I wanted to check everything out. So right fast, these LED screen guys, they flash on digital cameras for some reason. So if that happens on this one, there's nothing wrong with the digital display. It's just flashing because I don't know, it just does it. All right, so it's got a light button, so you can turn on a nice little light built into it. So you got your flashlight. Now let me get a little closer here so I can kind of go over this with you. We have DC on. Anytime you want to use any of the outlets, you got to turn it on. For AC, you turn on your AC. For USB, you turn on your USB. For DC, you turn on your DC. And then the same thing goes to turning everything off. All right, so with the USB, of course, you got many different plugins that you can do. You got 3 of the basics that you put in the back end of your adapter to charge up a cell phone, whatever. And then it looks like you got a C port too for charging that way. You got 2 barrel plugs on the DC and 1 AC outlet. So again, this is a smaller unit. But like I said, I'm looking for something that I can drop off in location and give people the availability to power up a fan, a mini fridge for medication, or a CPAP machine. So I do not own a CPAP machine. So what I have to do is do research and look into a CPAP machine, see how much power they usually draw and stuff like that. So what we do have is a box fan. All right. Very simple. Make sure this is turned on. Yep. Plug it in. Turn on our AC. All right. And turn our fan on. We're going to put it on high. And I am currently running at 67 watts, 66 watts, 65 watts. And that's on high. Sorry if the wind got into my microphone. And of course, down here in Florida, after a hurricane, it gets really, really hot. So, doing my testing last night, a fan very similar, should be a pop-up there for you. I was able to run a box fan on high for 5 hours before I couldn't run this anymore. So 5 hours of relief by a box fan, averaging about 65 watts. It fluctuates, all right, just depends on the fan. So what are our plans on this? Well, I'm thinking about when we get a couple, we're actually going to order a couple more of these because I like this system that well, something we can just give out. This is something that we're going to invest in and actually give out to people. That way, when there is no power because of a major event, they have a way of running a fan. They have a way of running a mini fridge to keep their medication cool. They have a way of running a CPAP machine for many hours. That's what we're looking at. So guys, very simple process. Like I said, we got 5 hours out of a box fan. 5 hours on high. Now, if you turn down your settings low, it usually runs about 40 to 42 watts is usually what this particular box fan run on low. But if you're trying to cool off a large room or even a room after a hurricane, you're going to want it on high. So let's go ahead and go outside. We're going to do some plug-ins and show you some other things. All right, so we got one of our solar panels. This is a 100-watt solar panel. And like I said, it came with the solar generator, came with an C4 connector and barrel plug to charge up. So let's go ahead and plug this up, guys. And we're going to test out the solar panel charge on this. All right, so currently, it's building up to it. It's saying 35 watts, 39, 43 watts, 50 watts. I'm running into about the same issue, 51, 50, 51, 50. All right, so apparently the intake on this system is 50, 51 watts to charge. That's a 100-watt system. I ran into the same issue when I was plugging in from the wall. It would only allow me to do 50, 51 watts to charge. All right, so same issue. It must be a set so you don't overcharge the battery too quick or anything like that. So it does take time to charge. Now, all right guys, so we are back here at our brain box here. So I'm going to turn off our inverter. Our inverter runs our mini fridge and other appliances and stuff like that here in the trailer. So I'm going to unplug this here. This is our mini fridge plug. And now what I want to do, I want to get this thing tested. Let me make sure we got the generator turned on. Plug in our mini fridge. Turn on our AC unit. And as of right now, it's not saying that we're running anything. Stand by while I'm going to go open up the refrigerator door. I'm going to use our long-term food storage as a shelf. How's that sound, guys? I knew the number 10 cans are going to be good for something. All right, let me go open up the refrigerator door and get the compressor to kick on. Okay, so I just went and opened up the freezer door, the mini fridge, and also the main refrigerator door. And we're using 7 watts of power. The compressor has not kicked on right now. That's to run in the light and everything else. But as of right now, our mini fridge is running 7 watts of power. This is why we went with a mini fridge. When the compressor does kick on, it goes up to like 60 watts for a couple minutes and then drops back down. So to wrap up everything, guys, for the price, this small unit is actually worth it because I've spent a lot of money on larger systems. And for what we're going to be using these systems for emergency disaster relief, these things are awesome. They're lightweight, they do pack a punch, easy to charge up. They hold charge very long time. It's actually recommended every 3 months after storage, go ahead and recharge these things up because of course all solar generators would lose some of their battery effectiveness while it's in storage. So having these things stored up, every 3 months, pull them out and recharge them up. Make sure that they're topped up for an emergency. So I do like it. This thing will run a fan. It will run our mini fridge. It will run these equipments. So during a natural disaster, I'm actually able to provide aid to others. So I see it all the time, guys. Everyone's saying that solar generators are too expensive. Well, solar generators are expensive. They are. This here provides a certain amount of power for a certain amount of time, a certain type of items. So this is an option for you guys. If you're interested in something like this, of course, the links are down in the description. I am not affiliated with this program. This is a product that they sent me, but I do like the product, especially for what I'm going to be doing with the business. These things are cost effective. These things are easy for me to hand out and provide power for people that don't have any means of generating power. So what we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be tagging a solar panel with this system and also be handing out a box fan. A box fan runs us about $22 down here. A solar panel just depends on where you get it at, $90 to $100, plus one of these systems here. All right, this way we're actually able to help people when the power is out in our area, especially with a hurricane. All right, guys, speak to y'all later.